Hey, how's it going?
How's it going today?
Welcome back to the Adult Deck Podcast.
Yes.
We're your hosts, Peter and Ronnie Scott.
Hey.
How's it going, everybody?
I hope it's going well.
Yeah, it's another week. We're in this
Quarantine, social distancing.
yeah,
Whatever
COVID 2020, COVID-19.
Makes you feel nice to call it.
Whatever this lockdown is this week. So, what are our roses and thorns for the week? How have you been this past week? Better than last week? Worse than last week?
Better.
So than last. Go ahead.
Better than last week. I don't know. I feel like I have a couple things.
Go for it.
For one, a simultaneous rose and thorn is that I started jogging.
Okay.
I hate it. I'm not. I'm not gonna say I hate it. I'm just not a big runner. But I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I get out there for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go back in the house now.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to find balance. I went both Monday and Tuesday. Took a break off today because I was like, all right, I need to like spend some time stretching. I'm starting to like get sore.
Good tight.
Yeah. And then I'll probably go Thursday and Friday and then take the weekend off.
I mean, we had other cardio activities we got into.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's good. Anything else? That's a rose and a thorn. That should be a rose. That's good. That's good.
That I started jogging?
Yeah, that's healthy. That's good. Get out there.
A thorn? Yo, Clarence is dying and I don't... Okay. Clarence is my plant. Or our plant. One of them. We have like 4 plants. Well...
Yeah, we're not killing animals, y'all.
If we can keep... 5 if we can keep Clarence alive. So, like, Clarence, he's like a little tree. Like, little stem. And then leaves off the stems. And then, so when we first got him, I got him from my grandma. And that's why I'm, like, freaking out about keeping him alive. Because I got him from Grandma Pat. So got him from my grandma. And at first, when we first brought him home, like, all his leaves died. And I was like, dang, man. But the stems were still strong.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. Like, so we got it, gave him some extra sun, like, had a nice little plan of watering. And then he started growing. I put my hair, so I saw, probably on, like, BuzzFeed or somewhere like that if you put, like, hair in a plant, the nutrients in your hair will help the plant grow.
Right.
So I put my hair in them, and then, like, growing, flourishing, doing so well for, like, a good almost year.
Yeah.
And then, like, so then he started, like, wilting, and I was like, all right. And then we, like, moved him from, like, over in one corner to another corner, and he kept dying, and I was like, fam. Changed his dirt, thought that would help. Nope, just, like, died even quicker. I'm like, Clarence, what is up? Like, I sat down and talked to him. I was like, fam, just let me know what you need. Like, do you need more water? Do you need less water? Do you not like this new dirt we got? Like, yeah. I put you back in your original spot. I don't know. And it's bugging me because I don't want him to die. But it's like, even now, the stems are weak.
Also, it's not going to happen overnight. You got to let it sit, live.
But he's not showing any signs of improvement.
But, I mean, at least the stem isn't withering and going brown.
Now it is. It's like...
Well, I'm wrong.
just like, literally.
Well, is it tied to the stem or the stick tightly to stay up?
No. I mean, okay, so it's not tied tightly, but I just touched the stem, and it's, like, soft and mushy. Not mushy. It's not there yet, but it's like just soft.
It might be overwatered, to be honest. In my opinion, I think it's overwatered. I don't think that plant needs a lot of water. Also, some plants are just fall and winter plants, and he might not be a summertime plant. He might be hibernating.
I'm just really sad. I don't want him to die. And I don't know what to do. How my face growing pet next time she asks about Clarence, I'll be like,
give her one of the new ones. Repair.
No.
They ain't dying.
No, it's just like, and I'm not gonna cry over it, but it's just like the sentimental fact of it. Like,
I hear you. I understand.
And I don't know where to get another one. Like if I could get if we could find a Clarence Jr., I'd be like, all right, cool, I'm good with Clarence dying. But like, I don't know, I can't find another one. I don't even know what type of plant it was. I just know it was Clarence.
But the other one we got from Grandma Pan is living and flourishing and thriving.
Yeah.
So
Will is doing
50-50. You got 3 other plants that are living and doing well.
4.
Yeah, Willow plus 3 other plants.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm gonna probably post a picture to the Sky Enterprises page of all our plants and their names.
I'm not gonna say you're overreacting, but you're taking this a little seriously.
What else do I have to take seriously?
4 out of 5 is not bad.
If it's not 100, if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah,
if it's not
100,
if it's not 100, I don't want it.
That stress in my life. 4 out of 5 ain't bad. That's a passing grade.
I guess. I'm still sad. Like, so sad.
It'll be okay.
He even started like new ones at the bottom. I'm just like, look at this growth, and then now it's just like.
Probably should have left him alone.
What do you mean?
Well,
he started dying as I was watering and doing normal stuff.
Yes, but also like you said, there were 2 new plants starting to grow, and they were fine.
They were fine. But even now, those are dying. Like, those died quicker than the big stem.
Yeah, like I said, we should have left it alone.
And now what, they is dead, just leave him?
See what happens. Give it some time. It's not going to happen tomorrow. Just got to watch it. That's the thing about having plants.
But that's the thing. It just keeps looking worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to have those bad, worse-looking periods to flourish and be beautiful later on.
I'm talking to my life. And you don't even know it.
I mean, fall is the thing. Plants die, they wither, and then spring happens.
It was alive all winter.
Going back to my other point, it may be just a winter plant.
All right.
And a fall plant.
Yeah, but what if it's not?
Well, we'll figure it out.
I can't. Okay. All right.
Side note, these are some pretty strong mics. I don't know if y'all hear on the pod, but our neighbors are loud.
Yeah.
And the mics are picking them up.
I feel like they started getting louder once our TV started getting louder, and it's just going to be like...
Well, also,
escalating.
Our new neighbors have kids now, so...
Oh, yeah.
There's that.
I feel like the first 6 months that we lived here, like, it was just all old people.
Yeah, older
and
people.
Adults.
Yeah.
And couples.
No kids.
Just
people living and thriving.
Yo, I miss that old man that used to live downstairs. And his little dog.
His little dog. He's cool people's.
Man.
I don't know. I think his granddaughter mucked something up.
I think so, too.
Got them kicked out.
I think so, too. Which is sad. It's just very sad. But, man, he was so chill.
Yeah.
Like,
he was cool people's. He used to stand outside his kitchen window smoking cigarettes.
He used to take his dog and like, all right, go. Just, and you know, every time he's leaving and when he coming back, he parked in the same exact spot. His truck was loud as hell.
Yeah, nobody.
It was great.
Every day starting that car was a project for him. Reminded me of Charmaine. Every day was a project.
Oh, it was great. What?
I'm trying to think of a rose for myself. Oh, I got new headphones. They dope.
Yay.
I like them.
I haven't tried them yet.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm going to like those more than the Raycons. And then I'm going to end up buying more headphones. I know.
You know, I wouldn't have a problem with that if there were electronic stores that buy black products.
Yes.
Because we're getting new equipment and new stuff, and I can't sell the whole crap.
Like,
I can't sell the old stuff.
Yeah, like our laptop.
Really pissing me off.
Yeah.
Like, laptop's a nice color. It's a sucky ass laptop.
It is a horrible laptop. Don't get me wrong. it gets done what I need it to get done right now. But once we start like growing and having more shows, and I gotta come up with more stuff, it's not gonna last.
Like, and we can't look around a desktop everywhere we want to go.
Everywhere you want to go, so I'm like,
we need another laptop that actually handles stuff. Like we can't, if we're going to visit somebody or do a show on the road, we can't break down a whole desktop setup and bring it with us. Like, that's not a good look.
No.
That is not a good look.
So for right now, any guests that we contact, just know that you're going to come here.
Either here or it's going to be over Zoom. We'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah. I was talking to one of our friends about that recently. About how we're going to do that. I don't know. I just want all my friends to be on the show. Like, I feel like all my friends just have so many good things to say. Like,
you know, some very interesting people.
Man, so many different points of views on subjects.
So many different people, period.
So many different people, period. Man. Like, who would have thought that you would have friends? Like, literally listening to your, like, meeting with all your people from work.
It's totally different from my legit meeting.
So totally different from your legit meetings. And I'm just like, who is this man? What have you done with my husband? My husband doesn't chuckle.
But, I mean, that's how it kind of is when you're in a predominantly fair-skinned environment.
Predominantly fair-skinned.
And you find like-minded, like-skinned people.
Look, all skin folk ain't your kinfolk.
Oh, no. There are a few fair-skinned brothers and sisters that I work with that I rock with hard. Like, the other Pete in my office, cool people.
Oh, yeah.
Love them to death.
Oh, yeah.
But not everybody's like that.
I'll ask you that off camera, actually.
Cool.
Camera.
I mean, we can also cut it out, but that's
a
lot of work.
All right.
That's my Rose. Got some new headphones. What's a thorns? What's a thorn? Man, my knees are popping nowadays, and I'm just. I want to return this body and cash it in for a new one if I could. Like, if there was like a guy had like a back knees and beyond.
Bad knees and beyond.
God, like I'm gonna need you to work on that. Set that up somewhere. Going for some new stuff. Part it out like a computer PC that you need.
I'm sorry, I can't get over.
I was trying to figure out something that'll work for a Bed Bath and Beyond for the body.
Bad knees and beyond.
So
look, yo, my knee has just been like aching. I know it's from me jogging. Like, oh man, like that first day, I kept coughing, and you was like, "Look, I'm gonna need you to go somewhere."
Look,
I'm like,
man,
it's
the
not.
First two mornings,
not the Rona.
You walk back in here, you just hacking and coughing. I was like,
I was not hacking.
I'm gonna have to quarantine you in the bedroom.
I was not hacking.
I'll cut a window in the door just to see you, but that putting some plastic over it, seal it up, take out the air with a vacuum.
It was not hacking.
I
was coughing, yes.
It sounded bad.
But it was not hacking. I think
something like that Rona took you over.
I think it's just the fact that, like I said, I don't run. It has never been a thing. I hate it. I was in middle school and started playing soccer for Boys and Girls Club and literally was in the middle of a game crying. And my mother yelling off the side of the field, "What you crying for? You asked to be here." I was like, and they're going to go tell my coach, "You need to get her out the game." Like, how you telling me to suck it up and telling him to get me out the game?
Pick
like, but yeah, no.
I think when she gets some better running shoes, you'll be straight.
Yeah, it's not even the fact that my feet hurt. It's just like, I'm trying to practice breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth and not feeling like I'm not getting enough air. Because that's what it is.
It takes time and practice.
It takes time and practice. And definitely the second day was a lot easier than the first day. So I'm sure the second week will be a lot easier than the first week. But just right now, I'm just like,
Yeah, I hear you, man. Another thorn. I don't know what happened at work today, but like our entire monitor environment went down, and I was like stressing out at lunch. I was like, why now? Why now? Why at this exact moment when I'm hungry? Like, I'm getting hangry at this point, and then I got a 3-hour training session that I gotta be in where I can't stop, eat lunch, and do what I gotta. No, I gotta be. This sucks.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought for some dumb reason that you were like mad at me, like I didn't bring the chicken to your like I don't know, and I was just like, you know what, chill out, ho, like.
Chill, man.
I was just like, I'm gonna sit here and mind my business. I know, but like, just instinctively, I was like,
just don't like when unexpected things happen.
Yeah, you don't.
I'm a planner. I plan stuff. If it ain't on the list, we ain't getting it or doing it. Well, we ain't doing it. We probably get it. We're not doing it. But other than that, well, I don't do spontaneous. Like, unless I got spontaneous money, I don't do spontaneous.
You do not need spontaneous money.
I need spontaneous money.
Spontaneous.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. Spontaneity is not a price point. I'm trying to think of an example. Us blowing up the air mattress and sleeping on it that weekend, that was spontaneous. Did it cost us anything? I mean,
technically,
yes, the money for the air mattress, but the spontaneity, no.
Also, was it spontaneous? Like,
yes.
Example. So at my job, we have another team that checks our systems to make sure everything's good. Send out the checklist in the morning. Everything was straight. I'm about to say, be right back, going to lunch. Everything comes down. That's spontaneous. We talked about setting up the mattress to sleep on. We were first talking about doing a fort, and then we was like, ain't got enough blankets and pillows for that.
That made me then so sad decided that day. I was like,
air mattress.
Yeah.
So that's not spontaneous.
I mean, we weren't. It's not like we were like, okay, on Friday we're going to blow up the air mattress.
No,
that's planning.
but we still talked about
it. But doing it the same day,
I didn't talk about my environment going down and me having to take over my lunch to fix stuff. Like, yeah, that's spontaneous.
I think we're gonna have to not agree to disagree, but.
Yeah, we good.
I accept your terms. you should accept mine. Both of them are being spontaneous in different ways.
Mm-hmm. What you said. What you said. I
was about to say something real mean, but I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Look, I want to talk about. I don't know how many of y'all read comics, but Justice League Odyssey was wow. I'm just like.
Fam.
I understand this is comics, but y'all have a set guidelines of rules, and Justice League Odyssey is just breaking all of them.
Every last one of them. And that's why I asked you that day, because I read it before you did, and I was like, is this in main continuity? Like, they can't just, and with the fact that we're like catching up on comics that have been out for like a month or like months.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I didn't hear about this and like any of the other things that we watch, like none of the YouTube, none of the...
Benny doesn't cover Justice League Odyssey. He covered the main Justice League, and I think he covered the Witching Hour, but that was just because it was Halloween month.
Yeah, but doesn't Rob cover it?
Nah, Rob
I'm sure he's done
Rob
something.
Rob is mostly Marvel. Rob is mostly. He does some DC stuff, but he hasn't. I watch almost every single thing that comes out, so I haven't seen Justice League Odyssey. Like first time hearing about any of that. I do respect, since you're pretty new to DC side of comics. The whole storyline with Cyborg has been done.
Yeah.
But it wasn't done that way. It was more... So, you remember Injustice. I don't know if you ever played Injustice, but if you pick two cyborgs, one of them will be Grid. And that's technically the full computer side of Cyborg. That's technically...
Okay.
So, they've kind of done that storyline before with Cyborg. So, but I do like the apocalyptic twist on it, making him a new god.
Oh, man. Oh man!
Him just speaking in pings like a mother box.
That's like
And then everybody just constantly understanding him. Darkseid's like, oh, what they doing? Ping, ping, ping. Oh, word, true. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a sandwich. You want something? Ping, ping. Extra ketchup. Extra ketchup. Got you.
Yo, the fact that like Starfire and Jessica and them was like, did you just ping? Like,
And he just goes on about his business.
I mean,
no, what are you, Ping, talking about? What?
Like, and then he was just like, yo, but like, of course, my mother box is like processing all this information. I was just like, but you do not ping.
You verbally ping.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel. I've never liked the cocky side of Starfire. Like, I've always liked her more. Either she's extra royal and princessy, or she's more of a like admiral tactician type. I've never really liked the all this firepower. I'm this is what I'm going to do, and you can't stop. I've never liked evil Starfire. So let's put it in that way.
If you think about everything that Darkseid is doing, it's bringing out the worst.
Yeah.
In those people, Azrael too. Like,
well, Azrael's technically...
but his whole thing is like faith and God and all this other stuff. And now he's using this voice and like acting like he's God, like that.
But originally, Azrael has always kind of been like that. He's always been he's never carried himself as a god, but he's always carried himself as, I'm God's vengeance. I am the fist of God or whatever. Because that's always how he's been portrayed. John Paul has always been that brainwashed Azrael soldier from the Order of Saint Dumas, who it was their chosen warrior with this flaming sword. He's divvying out God's justice. Now he actually has a superpower, or a metagene, or whatever they want to call it, that's giving him this voice that commands people. And so, and now he's being called a god. So he's kind of
like, it's like, all right, here's a toe and all that. Like, no,
Azrael doesn't do either or, no in between. He's one or the other.
I'm trying to think of what else. Yo, I'm really enjoying this Harleen comic.
Yeah,
I really need you to hurry up and read this last.
First off, we got that thick X-Men comic that you need to go ahead and finish up.
It's so hefty. Yeah. Not even in size, just like reading it.
Don't
like,
start something and not finish it and move on. Finish it. Then you get this one.
I'm not gonna.
Yes. Yeah. If you want to read Batgirl, you want to finish that book. If you want to read Harleen, you definitely finish Batgirl. Well, you got to finish Batgirl. So you got to finish Dawn of X, Power of X, House of X, whatever, which one of the X's.
It's just a ride. Like, and it's a lot on my mental. Just because you have to keep up. So first of all, it's not like they flesh out any part of the whole story.
It wraps up in
it's
the end
literally
nicely, though.
Yeah, but until then, I don't know what's going on. Like,
but that's the fun.
Like I said the other day, first page is like Magneto going through, like, all right, here's this part, here's that part. Yeah, we made our we made our own language, and it's just been coded into our memory about Professor Xavier. Like, that's not weird. Just,
you can do that,
and it's like, all right, cool. And then next, it's like 10,000 years into the future, apocalyptic wasteland, and I'm like.
But X-Men is kind of doing, at least trying to do what DC did with Rebirth and merge all the timelines into like one straight line. So
they gotta make that easier to read.
Yeah, but they got a lot of timelines.
Yeah, but they gotta make it easier.
Like, Cable is still a thing, and he's a teenager again now, so.
But yeah, just like So I've been trying to find a good point to jump onto X-Men, because they've just been like.
X-Men Blue, X-Men Red, X-Men Gold.
Like, and then not even that. It's just like, again, like you said, Cable's now a teenager somehow. At one point, they had teenage Scott and
all the original X-Men, Iceman, Jean, all of them.
Yeah, and I'm like, so
yeah, they
what
kicked them
happened?
Out
but
some of them stayed.
Some of them stayed. So somehow,
is it Bobby still here? Iceman. Sorry, go ahead. Finish your thought.
Thank you.
Well, Iceman's still here.
We talked about this. My train of thought is on a very rickety bridge. Constantly.
Older version, all the X-Men from the past.
Oh, yeah. So, like, somehow, like, Scott Summers came back, Cyborg came back, and, not Cyborg, Cyclops. And,
It's one of those sides.
and then, like, his thoughts, like, his memory.
Merged.
Yeah, like, old Cyclops memory and young Cyclops memory, like, merged. Like,
And now he remembers everything, both timelines or whatever.
but it's like, who are you?
He's Scott. It's just now he's experienced time travel.
Yes, but why did they? Okay, I'm pretty sure it started out with a good reason, but like,
Why? Just why?
why? Like, why?
Well-
if you're gonna retcon the whole younger people character arc part of it,
It wasn't even for them. It was for older Scott because he went
Why?
evil. Remember? Big one mask, big red X in his face. He killed Professor X, all of that stuff.
that was a while ago. Though.
That was like the last
Are
storyline
you
before they
serious?
did this. Yeah. Scott was kind of a dick.
See, they got way too many X-Men.
But
like,
because everybody hated evil Scott, they was like, how are we gonna fix this?
well, here's
Time travel!
Age, like,
Yeah. That's how Bobby came out as gay. Like,
well, yeah, old Bobby was like, "Hey, kid,
I got
like
something to tell you."
penis?" He was like, "What?"
I knew something was off.
That explains a lot.
That explains a lot. But yeah.
I don't know. It's. I just want to skip to the end where all of it makes sense. It just does not make sense. So okay, so we got the volume. So the first issue in the volume was like jumping all over the place. Here's one page here, and then one page in the future, and then now in the second volume we get introduced to this character who is like one of the first mutants ever, and she just keeps getting reborn. And I'm like, okay,
Moira
what
McTaggart.
does this have to do with anything? And like,
You know,
I understand that it's gonna make sense later, but right now, I'm
Side
like,
tangent real quick.
that does not flow into everything else.
How is it really pronounced? Y'all help me out in the comments. Is it Moira or is it Myra?
Moira. O
Led
before
by
I.
O before I. Okay. Well, that helped. Because, like, a lot of people say it differently, though. Like, when Benny did the video for this, and in Green Arrow, they pronounced it Moira. But in other shows, I've seen them pronounce it Myra or Maria or some other version of the word. So it's like, how is it really pronounced?
O before I. Moira.
Moira. That's so weird. That's a
That's
lot
so
of
weird.
mouth.
That's like Kirsten. I hate that. I mean, not hate that name, but like
K. That's what your name is. Your name is
Kirsten.
K.
Not Kristen. Kirsten. I'm like,
That's a lot.
what does that have to do with anything?
Your mama did you an injustice, Kirsten. Yeah, it takes a lot, as you say.
It does. And I'm just like, it's alright. So, speaking of names, I have just been like mulling over in my brain just more examples of the fact that like white people can name their kids whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
Apple,
Mick Jagger.
XAE, A12, whatever the hell.
Whatever
like,
Elon Musk named his kid.
like, name their kids whatever. But me, I'm like, fam, I like have always wanted to name our daughter Harleen Rose. Like, whenever we have kids, I want one of our daughter's name to be Harleen Rose. And it's like, but I don't want people to make fun of her because of Harley Quinn. But I'm like, I
Silent
don't
Bob,
care.
Kevin Smith. His daughter's name is literally Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn Smith. Like, so why, like, and I don't understand why that's like why does that even cross my mind? I don't care. Or I'm starting not to care. Like,
I don't think we can take that off.
no. But I'm not gonna, but you can change how you think and perceive things.
Yes.
So I'm just
But
like,
yeah, I mean, we grew up in in an environment when we go to school, people call you Sharon, Sharon. Cherro. Sharon. Excuse me. My name is Sharon.
It's Cher and Ron. CHERRON.
They look at Shaniqua and like Shana, Shanae. The one with the Q in it.
But girls be naming their...
I mean,
people be naming their daughter McKaylee, and it's MAKELIGH. I'm like, how the does that sound like?
Yeah.
Like what? Oakland, OAKLYNN. Like,
what is a Schmidt?
What is a Schmidt?
Like, great character.
No, but really though, like, think about how you spell that name. What
is a Schmidt?
Is a Schmidt? Like, Schmidt. Yeah. Not Smith.
No.
Schmidt.
Yeah.
Not shit. Schmidt.
Yeah. But everybody and their mama, even black people, blinked twice when somebody came out and named their kid Blue. And it's like, why?
Why?
It's the name.
Why is that a question? Like, why is it a question?
Yeah, it's just they expect black people to be extra, but we're not the ones naming our kids Mick Jagger and the lot.
Like.
My name is Peter.
Whatever.
Straightforward.
I don't care. It's just things like that like really.
McAllister.
Okay, you're giving out like last names.
Still, it's
People
weird.
don't make their last names.
Technically, you make your last name.
No, the name Freeman came from people being Freemans.
But then they went on from being Freeman, like, I'm gonna take the name Johnson.
No, he was John's son.
So what's our topic for today?
I don't know. It's been semi-circulating lately. And not anything specific, but just cancel culture in general. Does not compute. I English good. Cancel culture.
You should get on Wording with Hard with Tahir.
Man.
See how that works.
Oh.
Tahir, friend of the podcast.
Kel on Stage Studios, friend of the podcast. What was I about to say? Oh, so like just first of all, I agree with certain people when they say cancel culture doesn't exist. Because it's like, well, one, it's because there's no way to truly cancel somebody.
Right.
Perfect example, Kanye West. Y'all, if you stop listening afterwards, I don't take offense. However, I still listen to old Kanye. Like, everything 808s and Heartbreaks on, like, previous, rock it. Every day, all day, if I will. But, like...
I mean, R. Kelly's still being played in clubs.
R. Kelly still be playing...
Not currently. But people still rock.
Young.
I mean,
how many graduations you go to, first thing you hear, I believe I can fly.
I mean, people are even trying to get R. Kelly or somebody to do R. Kelly tracks for the verses on Instagram Live. And I'm like, so it's okay to listen to R. Kelly again?
Like, and it's hard. It is very hard because it's like you feel that, especially in today's day and age, you feel like you have to care about everything. Like, injustice over here, the world is falling apart, climate change, like,
what's racism, on fire now?
Like somebody said what? Oh, we found these old tweets 10 years ago from Kevin Hart saying homophobic stuff. Oh, like, you can't care about everything, and that's really what I'm like coming to. It's yes, it's sad, and yes, things that are going on need to be changed, but everybody cannot care about everything. Like, pick a solid 2 or 3 good things that you for real will go to bat, die hard for, and let everything else be what it is. Like,
in my opinion, what really matters, especially when we come to stars and all of that, and famous people, Hollywood, is what you've done in the last 5 years that matters to me.
Yes, I can agree with that.
If we're going 10, 15 years back, I'm like, they aren't that person.
They aren't that person anymore. People grow. People change.
Like,
for lack of better word, when we first started dating, you were like slightly homophobic, and I was like, fam, if you want this, you gotta get rid of that. Like, get it together. And you've grown, and you've changed, and you've become a different person because of it.
I had gay friends.
Shut up. You had gay friends because of me.
No, I had gay
Before?
friends. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cool people.
Oh. I stand corrected then.
Back in wise. Hung out with them. Well, him. It wasn't a lot. But friend of friends became a friend. Yeah.
That's how it normally goes.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like people change and people grow and people's ideas and attitudes change with them. So it's like...
Yeah, what you done 10, 15 years ago should have... like, prime example, Kevin Hart. Got passed up to host the Emmys because of what...
Grammys,
whatever.
like that.
Whatever was his dream to host. Got passed up because of some tweets he said before. Said he wasn't going to apologize for him. I was like, cool.
Cool.
There's nothing.
It happened. Like, it's done. It's over with.
And then people want to bring up his jokes and his stand-up and like... They're jokes, guys. Like, they're a part of a routine.
Yeah. I think it's different. And don't get me wrong. I feel like you do have to treat people with respect. Hard stop. Like, you have to treat people with respect. However, I think there's also a time and a place for everything. Like, a joke 10 years ago, that joke is not going to have the same weight and the same repercussions as it does now. Like, everybody just gotta stop being so sensitive about everything. Like, again, if you pick 2 or 3 good things that you gonna go hard and go to bat for, and let everything else be what it is.
What it is. Like I
Like,
don't have the time or the mental capacity to make space in my brain to worry about everything. Like, and what I dislike, I'm not gonna say hate. What I dislike the most is how people are canceling others on behalf of other people.
yeah.
Dave Chappelle's new stand-up, right? Everybody and they mama who wasn't gay wants to cancel Dave Chappelle for what he said. While you have the LGBTQ plus community on the other hand, like, nah, that was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny.
That was
like,
hilarious as hell.
Some jokes are jokes.
Like,
they're jokes.
Who are you to say somebody else is offended?
Exactly. And I think that's what we've gotten to, and that's a problem. Because like you said, it's a joke, it's funny. Ha ha, laugh, cool, alright. Like, if it's different from it being a joke versus you truly honestly believing this and like, alright, here's what I'm down this hill for. I hate these type of people. Like, that's different than making a joke.
Yeah.
It's not like he was like, it's not like he was making a joke about people getting murdered. It's not like he was making a joke about going out and hunting folks down. Like, he was just like, here's a joke.
Here's 6 people in the car. This person's that person, that person's that person. I'm like, he just stated facts.
Just,
like,
it was funny.
It was funny.
Like, it's just, it's a very thin line. But I think it would not be so thin if people weren't so sensitive and so
I also think
quick to get up in arms.
I also believe that as a people, we want everybody to be mad at the things we're mad at. And when they're not, there's a problem with those people. My thing is, what about the other side? What if everybody's saying one thing and you're saying one thing? Why is everybody wrong and you're not
right? Yeah.
Like, if everybody's saying the opposite of what you're saying, you're the one that's wrong. You might need to be canceled a little bit.
I mean,
and when is cancel culture over? When is the period of being canceled over? Like I said, is it okay to play R. Kelly again now? Because
like, he in jail. Like, he paid for his crimes. He did what he did. Like,
we had this whole probably not even 5 years to be honest, but this whole period of canceling Chris Brown, and then he makes one little dance video in the song, and it's like, oh, Chris cool now. He good. He for the culture.
Yes, I agree. it's almost as if the further removed you are from something, the easier some things are forgivable. And I sound...
If you don't care about it, why are you gonna...
Well, not even just that. I'm not unreasonable. I'm not saying everybody gets a free pass, do what you want. Like, no. There's still some stuff that's wrong. Dead wrong. Hard stop.
Right.
But I think there also should still be room for humanity. Like, people mess up. People joke. People make mistakes.
People make mistakes.
And it's just like, I don't think that everybody should hold those mistakes as hard truth, I guess. Like, have humanity. Forgive somebody for something that they did, like, years ago, if they feel remorseful about it. If you did it and you're going to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, I'm not forgiving you for something like that. That's a choice. You made your choice and you made your decision. But if it's something that happened once and it was just like, all right, one time, it was a mistake, you feel remorseful about it, okay, cool. Like, personally, I'm still not all the way a fan of Chris Brown again. When I was young,
never a fan of Chris Brown.
I went hard. Like,
well, he can sing about it. He can kick his feet up and do some tricks. And
you can ask my sister. She... It's one album she won't listen to because I played it 24/7, like all day, every day. I got it for Christmas and continue to play it. But because I'm not all the way a fan of him because of his behaviors after the first incident.
Yes.
Like, if it was that one incident with Rihanna and then it was like, oh, I messed up, my bad.
Stalking another girlfriend.
You know, choking her out in front of her friends. Like, that's a problem. That's when it's like, all right, we not cool. Like, and it's just like, that part is unforgivable.
Right.
But if it's something like, I can't even... I mean, going back to the Kevin Hart example, like, all right, he made a homophobic joke a while ago before it was considered quote unquote homophobic. Like, let's also
we all laughed at the
joke. We
all watched the same special over and over again.
All repeated it a couple times, if we're being honest. Like, it's just like you.
But my biggest thing is, as a society, this is how you have a conversation by not having the same opinion.
Yes.
This is how discussions happen. This is how we have different ideas and opinions. This is how a society grows, by having different opinions.
I think people have taken, instead of it being, okay, here's you, here's me, we have this difference in opinion, it's now become, I don't like you as a whole person because of this one opinion that you have.
Your opinion is now your personality.
Your opinion is now your personality. I'm like, those two things do not correlate.
Well, they do not equate.
Okay. Again, gray area. On some aspects, yes, it does. But it depends on how open and willing you are to change. Mm-hmm. Because if there was some... I'm trying to think of a good example. So if there was like a pedophile, for lack of a better example,
right?
That's something that is unforgivable because that's wrong. That's wrong. Mm-hmm. But if I like vanilla ice cream and you like chocolate ice cream, who is that hurting? Why am I not? Why is it everything? Why is it legs versus wings? Like,
it's all fried
chicken. Versus drums.
It is all fried chicken.
All chicken. Like,
it's all going in my stomach.
Why is it something to be that serious?
Why is it let's have this? Y'all ain't ready for this discussion.
Yeah, I hate that.
I hate that phrase. I low-key hate that phrase right now.
Because it's like, y'all are overusing it.
Like, y'all literally having the discussion, so somebody must be ready to have it.
Unless it's something like Full Metal Alchemist, which
y'all ain't ready to have
that discussion.
Nah, we ain't opening that can of worms.
But it's just like, just because somebody doesn't like the same thing that you like, that doesn't make them a bad person. Unless it is something that's inherently wrong. Racism,
yeah,
hard stop. If you can say, oh, so-and-so deserved whatever happened to them because of their race, that's a problem. Hard stop. That's who you are as a person.
In my opinion, over the age of 21, hard stop.
Okay.
Before that, it may be difficult, but you can change a person's opinion on that.
Oh, yeah.
You can expose them to the realities of the world.
Yes.
But once you get to the age of drinking, and you drunk and that is your truth, there's no changing that. Yeah. That's inherent in you. There's no digging that up.
And I don't know if this is going to be... I don't know if this is going to be something that can be hashed out in...
Nah, not in one podcast.
One sitting, one talk. One little podcast. It's just like... Again, for me, it all depends on your willingness to open up and to change. I'm not going to keep throwing anime references out there, but perfect example, Tokyo Ghoul. When Akira was a ghoul hunter, like, lived in there. Her father was a ghoul hunter. Her mother got killed by ghouls. Her father got killed by ghouls.
Friend got turned into a ghoul. Other one disappeared, maybe eaten by a ghoul. She didn't know.
Like, and she was just like, nah, y'all keep murdering my people. Up families. Y'all are the worst. Like, but then once you're in that world and you get to see these people as
to their lives.
Exactly. Once you get to see them and realize that they're just like you, they're another person. In their shoes. It's another person. Then she was open up to change.
As soon as she took her to that playground and realized, oh yeah, these are all orphan ghouls whose parents y'all killed.
Like, there's both sides. Like, there's wrong on both sides
to the same coin.
But again, it all depends on your willingness to change. Anime is not for kids either. Some of them, not all of them. But you have to be open and willing to change, and that's
but when you get into this world of cancel culture, and just because you have an opinion, as soon as they deem your opinion wrong, you don't have that chance to change, because human instinct is to defend your stance, and once you start defending the wrong opinion, that becomes your identity. Yeah. And I think that's the double-edged sword to cancel culture. You're not giving somebody the chance to change. You're saying what you did was wrong, and because that was wrong, you're wrong.
Wholeheartedly.
Like, end all, be all. And that's not the case.
That is a very good point. I never even thought about it that way.
Yeah. That's like, because how many times have you gotten in a fight with any of your siblings and you've doubled down on the opinion that they told you were wrong about? I mean, I do it the same with my brother.
No, a lot.
Like it's whole what happens
in general. Honestly,
like it's what happens. You double down. That's your primary instinctive defensive position to double down and back your opinion. Nobody can tell you that you're wrong in your mind. You're right. It's your opinion.
Yes, but there are also things that I've been able to see differently from somebody else's point of view after they've explained it.
A discussion. You don't get a discussion by saying, nope, you're canceled, get off the internet. Like, that doesn't happen. As soon as they say you're canceled, you lose sponsorships, you lose endorsements, you lose all of that.
Stream your music no more, like...
You ain't got a chance, and then you got to come out with some half-hearted apology that nobody's going to believe anyway.
See, and that's the thing, like, it would be different if people came out... Well, people have come out and just been like, hey, that was a point in my past. Like, it happened, but...
Another good example. Freaking 6ix9ine. How many of y'all canceled him, said he's a snitch, he deserved to be in jail, this, that, and the other, and then you turn around and help this dude break the live stream record as soon as he gets out of jail? Like...
But that's kind of... Okay, so that's kind
of that makes sense.
That's kind of my thing. It's like...
I thought he was canceled, y'all. I thought we don't mess with rats.
in order for cancel culture to be effective, it has to be 100%. You can't have how many old aunties was still playing I don't see nothing wrong. How many of them was still bumping that stuff in at the height of R. Kelly's cancellation?
They were the ones
they don't care.
I ain't gonna stop playing R. Kelly just because y'all say he did this. One of them old aunties bailed him out the first time.
And it's like, cancel culture doesn't work because it's not everybody. It's not everybody coming to a whole agreement saying that, okay, this was wrong.
I think,
in the discussion.
Honestly, I think we live in an age of passion where people act on their immediate passion, and then they wake up tomorrow and it's like, yeah, I don't care about that no more.
Yes. It's also the instant gratification.
Yeah. Everything's
right here. I'm only focused on right here, right now, what I care about.
Now.
And I think that's why movements don't stick like they used to. Hashtags don't stick like they used to. And it's like you do.
You kids and you hashtags.
Whatever. But it's just like, that's why movements don't stick. That's why change doesn't happen.
Yeah, because people change their opinion the next day. It's like,
or it's not even that you change your opinion the next day. It's like, okay, I want to go hard for this. Everybody needs to know about this. And then it just falls to the wayside. Like, everybody's like, okay, right now, I care about this. This is 100% my life. Everything. And then...
oh, no, we're about to get in World War III. Wait. Rainforest is on fire. Like, what happened to that? Is it still on fire? When did they put it out?
I
know they would still be talking about it.
Okay, but just like the Rona in general, like, everybody's like, all right, we're going to start going back outside. We're going to start opening stuff back up. It's like, no, like, we're still in the middle of this. Well, like, it's not getting any
people's
better.
Attention span. Like, yeah, you're right.
Or people's attention span.
Rona. Wait, aliens are real? Let's talk about that now.
Let's talk about that for a while. Like, and it's just so quick to change. And it's like, again, everybody is only focused on what's happening right here, right now, in my life today, and not thinking about what's going to happen, the repercussions to your actions.
Right. Yeah, society's weird. Like I said, that's why I can laugh at a lot of things. And you look at me sideways sometimes, and I'll be like, look, man.
Honestly,
if I don't laugh, I'm gonna care too much, and I ain't got the room to care.
And that's the thing. I don't think anybody has the room to care about everything. And that's what brings me back to my original point. We can't, like, I think somewhere along the way, once the internet started taking off and everybody all of a sudden had a voice, it became, everybody was bombarded with all of these opinions and injustices, and it's like, oh, this is wrong, we should care about this. Oh, that's also wrong, we should also care about that. Oh, that's wrong too, we should also care about that. Like,
racism isn't ramping up, we just can record it now. We just have cameras.
Like,
everybody can instantly share your experience and opinions and whatever.
And as people receiving it, like, as people receiving all of that stuff, you feel like you have to care about everything because somebody is affected by it.
Right.
All of these issues now have faces and people behind it. But it's just like, realistically, and I think that's what I'm coming to terms with, is like, realistically, we can't care about everything. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And it's stressful and exhausting.
I caught myself feeling bad that I didn't care about the Aubrey, the recent shooting.
I care, but I'm also getting... I care wholeheartedly, but at the same time, I'm not going to watch the video. I refuse. I don't want to see somebody
Oh,
getting
God,
shot. I'm tired. And that's what it is. Everybody is tired. And then once you really sit and think about it, like we were watching Dormtainment's podcast, like as they were talking about it and as I was like sitting there, it's just like you feel so heavy and hopeless. And it's like, who am I, this one person, to change a whole friggin' system?
But
And it's like,
but not even the changing aspect. I see people from PG County talking about it and saying this is why we can't do this, that, and the other. And I found myself thinking that that's Georgia. Like, that's a predominantly, I won't even say predominantly racist area, but more racist than PG County, which is the richest black community in America.
our schools don't show it.
No, absolutely not.
Our roads don't show it.
But I say that because you're not going to experience that running down Pennsylvania Avenue or Forestville Road or Suitland Road. That's somebody going down Milford Boulevard isn't going to call somebody because they see you walking up the street or because somebody's house got broken into. They're immediately they're going to take the time out of their day to get in their truck to make a citizen's arrest. Like, that's not going to happen in PG County.
Yeah. But just because it's not going to happen here, does that mean we still turn like a blind eye to it?
No. But I don't think you can equate your current experience to his experience. I don't think you can project yourself. Well, you can. He's a black kid in America that doesn't care about black people.
Let's be for real.
But that level of fear you're expressing, in my opinion, is kind of unwarranted because you don't live in a non-safe area for black people.
Yes, but because it happened there, it can happen anywhere. All it takes is one. Mm-hmm. All it takes is one person to think that you're inferior to them. All it takes is one person to have a bad day and be up on their high horse. Mm-hmm. Like, all it takes is one bad person or one racist to feel like they're better than you, honestly. And that your life isn't worth living. And that's the hard part. Another thing, like, I get where you're coming from. It's less likely to happen, but it could still happen.
I hate.
There's no reason, and I'm not saying live your life in fear or anything like that, but you also have to be... No, the hardest part about this is that there's nothing you can do. Mm-hmm. There's nothing you can do as a black man. There's nothing I can do as a black woman. Like, and that is the most heartbreaking part about everything. And that's why I say...
and I think that's why I'm at this melancholy feeling or place where I am about this. It's like, this is sad, but honestly, he's just another hashtag right now. Like, there's no real change that's going to come out of this. Like, 2 months. Took 2 months for a conviction to happen. And it only happened because the public got hand of it. Or got wind of it. Like, if that didn't happen, he's another nameless name of the other hundreds of black people that this is happening to right now. Like, it's just because it was caught on camera. And it got released to the public. That now there's a conviction. Like, the podcast we were listening to, they said that it just Dormtainment. It just kept getting passed along.
Oh yeah, the police officers were like, "Well, we know this guy, so
he was an old cop. We can't really handle it. Let's move
interest.
this somewhere else." And then they passed it up, and they passed it up until finally some cops somewhere were like, "No, convict these fools. What are y'all doing? Just lock him up and put him in jail." Like,
but my thing is that
they can wait in jail for their trial. They murdered somebody. They don't deserve to be free right now. It's like you're an ex-cop. You're not a cop. You didn't have a badge. You were in a pickup truck bullshit with your son.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's where I'm in this. Like, I don't want to say I don't care. It's just I can't care any more than I already do.
And that's it's sad, but that's That's the thing. Like, I care. I really do. But like I said, I can't stomach watching another friggin' video. Like, how many videos of white people are out there where you see them getting shot and murdered and made fun of as they're dying? How many? And it's like, and then people are like, oh, like, we shouldn't be showing this, or when did this become so accepted? And it's like, it always has been. Like, even way back in the 60s, 30s, like, however long ago,
were public. They didn't go in the middle of the woods to
they were at they had picnics with their kids and wives. Like,
this was a public affair.
And that's the problem. It's like, unless there's change from the top down, you can't start with people. You can't be like, all my white friends on Facebook, y'all need to care about this. You can't start at the people. Mm-hmm. It's systemic. Like, this is something that has been normalized and accepted throughout all of culture for years and years and years and years. And it's just like, at what point? And like, if I'm being 100% honest, I did not want to talk about this on the podcast today because I'm getting pissed off and frustrated.
I'm talking about it for a reason.
But it's just like, yes, don't give your white friends passes when they make racist jokes. Yes, if you see somebody saying some dumb stuff, confront them on it right then and there. But that can't be it. And then it's just like, if that can't be it, then where do I lie to try to make this change? Mm-hmm. Like, we can sign all the petitions, you can do whatever, but and honestly, it's like, there has to be sweeping change. You have to elect better politicians. You have to...
Honestly, if that doesn't happen, it's up to your community. Like, you... take things into your own hands. Like,
but how?
Like, until the black community, honestly, in my opinion, like, it's happening little by little. At first, when I first hear about certain people we know getting their gun license and buying guns and all of this, I was like, for what? What are y'all doing? Like, this is just going to make us look bad. But until you start acting like they do, what's really going to change?
And I think that's the thing.
Take for the example of them saying they were going to arrest the congresswoman in that, I wish I had names and places, but attack her so she can open up the city because of this whole COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And
she showed up with her black men
gun owners
AK-47s
who had permits to carry their guns showed up to protect her.
But that's a double-edged sword.
Yes.
But that's what I mean when I say it has to be all or nothing. Because if more and more black people were like, all right, like, and not more and more as in like your uncle and then person across the way and then one person in two towns over. Like, unless it's like 50, 100, 200 people going and applying for gun licenses today.
You want gun laws to change? Let's be real.
Like, it has to be that level of commitment from everybody. It has to be a community. And I think that's one of the main issues, not just in the black community, but in general, is that people don't have a sense of community. That's the whole reason people want the government and shit to open back up. I really shouldn't be cursing this much. But, like, that's the whole reason people want... Huh?
Go ahead.
But that's the whole reason people want the government to open back up. It's like, I don't care how many people are going to die down the street because they're not my family. I don't interact with them. I don't see them. I don't care. Mm-hmm. If it's not directly happening to me, I don't care. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. That's why I'm saying that's why a lot of systemic changes aren't going to happen, because you got people who are like, oh, Joe Biden's the Democratic nominee, well, I'm just not going to vote. I'm like, yeah, that's how Trump won fucking last time. Like my candidate's not in the running.
A plus B, we'll see. Like, the more people who said, I'm not going to vote because my candidate isn't there, is the reason why a person who you're complaining about that's in the White House is there in the first place.
And it's like...
The less people that don't vote means the more votes for him to win.
Like, come on. It's not the SATs, y'all.
Like, it's math.
It's not the SATs. Like, if there are not enough people against it, then there are going to be more people for it. Mm-hmm. So
like, oh, my vote don't matter. But like, I guarantee you it does.
I guarantee you it does. Because you can say, my one vote doesn't matter. But if you got 5,000-6,000 people that are also thinking like you and thinking their one vote won't matter, that's 6,000 votes.
Like, y'all really think these, who's going to be on the next Versus poll? Y'all votes matter on that, right? But that's still millions of people voting, right? Like, come on, guys.
Like... And then people are so like, oh, anti-government this, anti-government that. I hate the government, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, all right, but fam, you live in America. The government runs everything.
You
like,
have a house,
you can't get
taxes, you have a job, but
you have a social security number. Like, you can't get out of it. Like,
throw all of that away and get off the grid. Like, if you really don't care.
But then, like, people, like, I don't understand why people aren't filling out the census. Like, they're like, oh, it don't count. It don't matter. They're still going to do what they want with the money anyway. Like, how would you know if you don't try it? How would you know if you don't try?
The more money they'll set aside to fix schools, roads, all of this stuff. Like,
they get to do what they want with the money because they don't have the data.
Get more constituents, you get more representatives. Like,
they don't have the hard data to say, no, based on the census of 2020, this many people live here, so... By definition, they have to have this many representatives.
I'm honestly going to try to find that snippet from The Daily Show because...
Hell yeah.
They really broke it down. It's like, honestly, especially for minorities, let's say that. The census, it's like a double-edged sword for us also. Mm-hmm. Because although we would fill out the census, say a year ago when we lived in your parents' house...
They wouldn't have filled it out.
No. We probably would for that house if we would have got a census, but we're not the homeowner for that house. They would have got the house. Either A, they wouldn't have filled it out, or two, if it was just them two, they own the house. It's just for them two. Like, but you still have two other adult families that live there. Mm-hmm. So although the census is for kids, two people and living in this one house, 6 people live in that house.
Yeah.
And they can't. Their kids are over age. They can't claim them on their taxes, and they're my dependents. No. Like,
it's like I
don't know, man. America's weird.
See, and I always am like, young. I just want to like move somewhere. Like, I want to move to a different country. I want to move to Canada. I want to move somewhere where I don't have to worry about this. But at the same time, it's like.
America is set up for you to live here. Nowhere else.
But
they got their claws in you.
Yeah. But my thing is...
Even to leave the country, they ask you why. What is your business while I'm leaving the country?
No, but not even that. Like, if everybody has the same defeated mentality and it's just like, all right, I'm going to just leave. I'm going to just go somewhere else. Then that doesn't make anything better. Mm-hmm. The people who still live here...
They're just going to take those problems with them.
It's not even taking it with them. It's like, what state are you leaving the country in? If you leave and you don't want to be bothered and you don't have the capacity to...
What about your kids that can't leave?
What about your kids that aren't going to leave? Like,
what about your family that can't leave?
What about your aunts and uncles? What about your cousins? Like, not everybody can just pack up and walk.
Yeah.
So... If we're going to be here anyway, do the friggin' work.
Yeah.
Do it. Like, and that's what pisses me off. And like, and maybe it's just because that's where I am in my life where I'm like, if something's not working, I'm going to fix it. I don't like the way my body looks. I'm going to start jogging and working out. Like, you can't expect something... You can't expect something to change if you're not willing to do the work for it. Like, you can't, and that's the problem. Everybody's like, something has to change. It's real easy to fucking tweet, something has to change. We need to do something about this. Instead of y'all writing to Congress, like, and I haven't written to Congress, honestly. I'm part of the problem.
No,
but we have to start somewhere.
Like, this COVID thing happened, and my first thing was, I'm not going to the voting polls, so I'm going to get that at-home voting. absentee ballots, and I'm going to send my votes in. But I'm still voting.
Like, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
And if it's not working, change it. Mm-hmm. It's that simple. A plus B equals C. It's that simple. And and that's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of everybody being so up in arms and so hurt and so frustrated and so tired and not doing anything about it. Like, do something.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna apply for a gun license.
Oh, same. Big facts. And this podcast on a high note.
Yeah, I feel real heavy. We gotta.
FMA is a lifestyle anime. You should check it out. It's just.
It's not. Don't listen to him.
It's
you are
been
going
real,
to
y'all.
cry. Good things we've been watching on TV. Sorry, I just gotta. Good things we've been watching on TV lately. Let's do something else real quick.
Netflix has Wu Assassins.
Woo! Great show.
When I tell you this thing is like written as an anime, but it's live action, it's real, y'all.
It is.
Check that out. If you haven't watched Snowfall
is great.
3 seasons out, so you got a little bit to watch.
Fantastic
4 seasons coming in July.
It's coming in July? Mm-hmm. I just saw 2020. I didn't see July.
Coming in July. Mindy Project is better than I thought it was going to be.
I knew it was. All of my shows, every girl show that I recommend like that, it's just like...
I just have to find the person I care about. I care about Peter.
Yes.
Just have to find the person I care about.
Peter's the best.
What else have we been watching? There is another show I wanted to talk about, but I forgot. What did we watch yesterday? Hope y'all didn't hear that.
Insecure.
We'll talk about it in the next podcast because we're over an hour right now. But I am I can't even say I'm Team Who when I forgot her name.
Molly?
I'm Team Molly because Issa's probably not problematic this season. So let's end on that. It's been real, y'all.
I'm not Team anybody. I see the faults in everyone. All right, y'all. Bye.